In this video, we're going to discuss the frequency distribution for nominal level data, and we're going to draw a bar graph using that frequency distribution. Okay, so this is different than frequency distributions in the previous video, because in the previous videos, the data was ratio level, and now the data is nominal. Okay, so the data consists of categories. So we asked 14 people what their favorite dog breed is, and we got this list, this data, and you see it is nominal type data because your favorite breed of dog is just a category, right? And so when we're doing our frequency table, we'll have one column for the breed, and the next column will be for the frequency. Okay, so we'll just list out all the different breeds that show up in the data. Let's look for them all. We have Lab, we have Yorkie, we have Boxer, we have Beagle, we have Dachshund, Yorkie we already have, Lab, Dachshund, Beagle. Okay, so that looks like that's all the different breeds that are represented in this data. So now we just need to count the number of labs. I like to go ahead and cross it out as I'm counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 labs. How many Yorkies are there? 1, 2. 2 Yorkies. How many Boxers are there? 1, 2, 2 Boxers as well. Beagles, 1, 2, again 2, and then lastly Dachshund, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we should double check that the frequency adds up to the total number of observations. So there were 14 observations, so let's see. This is 8, 9, 10. Good. It adds up to 14. Great. All right, so there's your frequency distribution for this nominal breed data. So now let's go ahead and create the bar graph. So let me go ahead. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. All right. So for my bar graph, I'll have frequency over here. All right, and then down here I'll have the breed. And I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and make tick marks. Lab, Yorkie, Boxer, Beagle. Sometimes people will order this x-axis in order of the smallest to the largest. So in this case, the Yorkie, Boxer, Beagle are tied for smallest. So you put them up front, and then you put Lab and Dachshund at the end. It doesn't really matter, but some people like to order their x-axis in that way. Okay, so Beagle and then Dachshund. Dachshund. Okay. All right. So let's see. So now I just need to take the frequency and make bars for all the frequencies. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you make a bar. So for the Lab, it go up to 4. And for the Yorkie, it goes up to 2. The bar goes up to 2. For the Boxer, it goes up to 2. For the Beagle, it goes up to 2. For the Dachshund, it goes up to 4. All right. Notice something about this bar graph. Notice that there are gaps between each of the bars. That's very important. So it makes this look different than a histogram, right? These are just categories, right? So in a histogram, you have like some sort of continuous variable here on the bottom. So that's why you put the bars right on top of each other and there's no gap, right? But here, these are just categories. No reason for these bars to be touching. They should not be touching. Each bar is kind of completely separate than the other bar. So there should be a gap between each of the bars, and that's the difference basically between a bar graph and a histogram. Or in at least in how they appear. Okay, so this is a bar graph.